I think teaching is the ultimate profession in this world, the most important profession, and I don't think it gets enough credit that it should in this country. Where you're from, where I am from, Panama originally, you from
Mhm.
Congo. It's amazing because again, we revere teachers in those lands, unlike what it is here. What do you think? Do you think some of the malaise that we see in the country today, some of the miseducation, the ease with which people can be ill-informed, misinformed, and disinformed is a result of us not having um, the, the right respect for the teaching profession?
Well, what I would argue is that there's so much respect for the teaching profession and fear, which is why it's under attack.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I
Because
like that narrative. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
that's the first group that people are going for. And as somebody who does work in schools, public schools, private schools, charter schools, I when I look at these attacks, I have a whole chapter in my book on critical race theory, and I notice that in these schools, they're not coming for the gym teachers. They're not coming for,
The
even some of
coaches,
yeah, the coaches. They're not coming for building services. All of these people whose, professions are important. They're going for the people who teach history. They're going for the people who can, transplant knowledge to our kids. And so and of course, who else are they targeting in the schools? The librarians. So they are targeting the people with the most knowledge. They're trying to take over the school board. They're bringing these racist folks to the school boards and all of that. And so because of the importance that teachers have in our society, they're not just being ignored, they're being attacked. And if you look at what's happening in our society right now, much of what is happening has to do with what we have not been allowed to teach in our schools. Look at, we haven't had civics in schools for like 30 years plus.
hmm
And so you got people saying things like, oh, Vice President Harris needs to change the role and what happens in Gaza and things like that, not knowing that the vice president has no role to play and can't go against the president. They think that the president can just make laws. Yeah, they can do executive orders, but laws. There's this whole thing called Congress. There's this whole thing called the House of Representatives, and like kids and just don't know these things, and therefore adults don't know these things, and so they look at all these individuals as the guys holding all the power, and it's this guy, it's that guy, and because of that lack of education, that's a huge problem. And then we have to obviously talk about things like book bans, where over 10,000 books were, have been put on the ban list, last year, more to come. So people fear education. As we both know, it's one of the first places that dictators go for. They go to take over the media and they go to challenge the intellectuals. And so we have to bring that back. We have to raise kids that are intellectually curious. We have to become intellectually curious as a society, and we have to embrace all forms of history as opposed to trying to deny it.
Now, by the way, has your book been banned yet?
Not yet, not yet, not
Well,
yet.
it's about to, right?
I'm sure it's coming.
It's coming.